14th of July 2020, the London session London is working for about 2 hours already. Very weak UK data, weak European data. That's what we are gonna to talk about this morning. Piotr here, this is Light Forex Global YouTube channel. It's my pleasure to make the market update for you. So let's go straight to the chart without any kind of the delay. Okay, USA. So what we've seen earlier today, very weak GDP compared to the market expectations, very weak reading. Initially there was a shock because it was very close to what we've seen previously, but Reuters quickly corrected the number. Anyway, what we got was 1.8 versus 5.5 expectations and minus 20.3 the previous one. And then industrial production at 6, market expectation 6.2, previously minus 20.2. We also got some comments from the Office for the Budget Responsibility, OBR, saying that they expect GDP in 2020 at 300 years low. Congratulations, guys. They also have like some kind of the levels in the under normal market conditions. They do expect 12.4, worst case scenario 14.4, meaning that probably we are going to go lower, and you know, the positive upside is a 10.6 fall in 2020. The pound is under pressure because of this, going lower across the board. Let's start with cable. Unfortunately, the pound didn't bounce during the Tokyo session. It's just the Niagara Fall continuation. Well, we were discussing this possible over-under compared to the left side. Upper shadow Friday, upper shadow Thursday. Then we finishing with upper shadow yesterday. As discussed yesterday, there was a possibility to trade downside, and I already congratulated to you guys yesterday based on this swing high. Unfortunately, Tokyo, very tight consolidation, and we failed to bounce at least towards 25.80-26. That's where I've been waiting for the opportunity to try to sell it. What now for the pound? We have to switch back to the daily chart, and we are testing very important level. I'm gonna to remove this wave we've been following for quite some time. They are no longer valid here anymore, so let me remove them. We are testing the latest weakness over here, and as you can see, there is a possibility we might bounce from here. This is also the shadow from what we've seen last week, right? What we've seen on Wednesday. So stop count is possible, and a little bit of the bounce then. Well, I would like to see the bounce because I would like to, from the intraday perspective, continue to trade the downside. What could be the plan? Well, from the intraday chart perspective, we have when we are talking about this latest weakness from the daily, we have some kind of the demand zone lower down towards 24.90, 24.70, and this move to the downside cannot be ruled out based on the equal waves, right, like this. Okay, and then eventually to see some kind of the bounce. Now, what kind of the bounce we might see? That's the very good question. Something close to what we already seen, talking about 45, 55 pips, and if that's the case from that zone, right, if we are going to rise 45, 55, then we are going to retest the possible supply based on the daily open and based on this Tokyo session. Some light stop count cannot be ruled out, but market is trying already to build the swing low. So if we are not gonna go lower from here and we are going to start to bounce 45.55 from here, then the Tokyo high might be under pressure and we might retest the levels I would love to see. Levels close to 25.90, 20.26, and that's what I'm looking for when it comes to the selling the cable. The next one when it comes to the cable is Euro Pound. Here unfortunately no pullback, so I didn't have a chance to reopen from the intraday perspective Euro Pound, right? No such a pullback, but because of what we've learned when it comes to the educational videos, I strongly encourage you to visit the archive section and watch the educational videos. Well, we didn't get that deep pullback, so we have to find another place where we can try to buy. Any kind of the pullback towards 1950, 94, that's going to be my buying opportunity with very tight stop under 35, under 30, with the possibility to test 91. That's what I'm gonna to look for when it comes to the Euro Pound. So in both cases, overall on the cable, I show you that if you are an aggressive buyer, you can try around 24.80, right? But I don't want to bias anyone. For myself, I'm going to look for the selling opportunity on the pound in both cases, Euro Pound and the cable. Okay, now next, Euro Dollar. Here Euro is trying to get back and retest yesterday high. That's what might happen based on Euro Pound, right? That Euro Pound right now might be Euro Dollar driver or driver for Euro Dollar. We have to understand that, all right? We got, when it comes to the euro, we've got the latest data, industrial production inside the Eurozone 12.4 versus 14.9 expectations and minus 18.2 previously. German Zentrum economic sentiment 59.3, lower than what market was expecting at 60.1 and lower than what we got previously 63.4. Don't forget guys that during the US session we have US CPI, so that could be the dollar driven. For now, again, the driver for euro dollar could be the situation on the euro pound. Anyway, no change in view, and if we are going to fail somewhere around that highs where we have those upper shadows, well, from the intraday perspective, I may try to join the party to the downside. There is one more thing when it comes to the euro. It could be this type of the move, a little bit of the rising channel. So we might to try to hunt yesterday high, Thursday high, more stops, and then eventually go lower. Don't forget guys, oops, sorry, something happened to the camera. I'm sorry, trying to correct it right now. Okay, don't forget that we do have ECB, all right, and you know the pound is weaker. We've mentioned euro pound is a driver for euro dollar, so not necessarily we are going to see huge sell-off ahead of the ECB. Anyway, that's how I see the things. Again, levels close to post FOMC high, in my opinion, that's the level you wanna fade medium term, and the levels close to yearly open, right? The red dashed line over here, that's where the buyers should be much more active, and we are talking about something close to 200 pips range, and I think towards the ECB day the range will prevail. Now when it comes to the indices, very quiet session here during the London hours. S&P a little bit above the daily open, but we discussed it yesterday evening that S&P was a bit stronger, looks better than the Nasdaq, but nothing extraordinary on S&P pre-market right now. Nothing extraordinary when it comes to the Nasdaq pre-market. Here I'm going to watch very carefully yesterday low after the US cash open, because if we are going to go through those stops, if we are going strong to the downside, then the buyers could be in trouble. The buyers could be in trouble, right? But as long as we didn't take that low, yesterday low, we didn't take out yet, so we didn't confirm this outside day, all right? When it comes to the Europe, DAX, huge rejection yesterday. So the weekly open, that's where the sellers are, right? So I'm looking to fade in case of the retest of the weekly open when it comes to the DAX. From the intraday perspective, and FTSE, same situation. We moved lower, all right, and still from the intraday perspective, looking to fade any kind of the rise, right? Weak GDP, so that's the good reason we see the positive for the FTSE. Of course, I'm joking if you didn't get it yet. All right, guys, so that's how I see the things. Looking to sell the pound, looking to sell the indices, but when it comes to the indices, I would like to see some kind of the confirmation. All right, euro dollar may stay inside the tight range ahead of the ECB, and that's how I see the things. I'm going to make the update if necessary around the US cash open. Don't be trapped, guys. It was my pleasure to make the update for you. This is the Light Forex Global YouTube channel. My name is Piotr. See you around, guys. Goodbye.